Yo, 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 it's the 1409 podcast. I go by the name of KT. Welcome to episode 78. We have a special guest in here out of Florence, South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Tax expert, MBA. We got Miss Kandace A, Washington, MBA in here. We're going to be talking about tax on this episode. What's happening?
Yes. Hey, people.
Hey, how you feeling?
Feeling great. Just ready to get to it, educate people.
All right, I hear schooling these people tonight about these taxes and shit. All right, I got you. All right, before we move any further, let's go ahead and get into the shots. Whatever you got in your cup or your glass, go ahead and take a little sip of that.
My little favorite wine.
Yeah, we're gonna do a cheers. Stella Rosa, we're gonna do a cheers to a good 2021 for everyone involved. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it. All right. What's up? I see Dale in here. She said, "What's up, Kandace? What's up, Dale? We see you up in here." Mm-hmm. All right, so you're a tax expert. How long? What made you get into taxes, first of all?
Oh, well, a lot of my followers kind of know situation, basically something that's kind of deep. My husband was diagnosed with cancer. A lot of my followers already know. Had to basically figure it out. Like, we need some more income. Was following a status on Facebook with a lot of people talking about taxes. This was back in January of 2016. And I kind of knew a little bit, but not a whole lot. And I was answering questions for people. And it just kind of went from there. And it was just like, this is my thing. They was like, hey, can you help me? And I was like, yeah. So then I just basically turned it in something that I started charging for. And then I basically it just kind of went from there. I just started learning some more, taking some classes, and it just kind of went from there.
So you started off really just doing your own taxes, and then you start doing other people's taxes for free, and then it started being so many people, right?
Right. So basically, I started doing my own. I wanted to make sure I was doing it right. So I was on Google and YouTube, and just trying to make sure I was doing my own right. And then again, it was a status, and I was answering questions for people, and they just was like, "Hey, help me!" And like I said, it just went from there.
It was up from there. Huh? Hey,
it was up from there.
All right, yeah. So that's how a lot of these things start. You start doing it for free, and then you get so good at it, you got to put a price on it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And you're good at it because you've been doing it for X amount of years out here. So right. You didn't start off with a name for it at first, did you? Or did you have a different name for it?
Nope, there was no name. It was just basically Kandace Washington that do taxes.
The tax lady. It was the tax lady.
Right.
All right. What states are you currently able to do this in?
Well, I can do any state, but currently I service, of course, South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, Texas, Connecticut, New York, and Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I know Texas rocking with you because we're gonna be rocking with you real soon.
Yes, definitely Texas.
Mm-hmm. So, you had to get any certifications or anything, or did you get any certifications that make you more like
Well, you do not have to be certified. Mm-hmm. Of course, you want to take classes and learn different information so you can help your customers. But you do not have to go out and basically take a class to be certified. You just got to let the IRS know, hey, my name is Kandace and I want to do taxes. And they basically check your background and say, go for it. But no, you don't have to be certified at all. You just basically get the okay from the IRS. Hopefully you know what you're doing and just go from there.
Hopefully you know what you're doing out here. They put IRS know they're gonna get you back if you playing around. If you playing around with their money, they're gonna get you back. So
that part. That part.
Yeah, go ahead and do what you're gonna do. We're gonna get you if you fucking around.
That's right. Yes, they will.
All right. So what you feel like some of the pros and cons of having your own tax filing service out here?
Well, I would say the pros is basically helping people. A lot of people don't know how to do their own. And then they're, basically going to other companies to get their taxes prepared. I'm basically out here helping people save a little money. But that's just basically the pro of it, just basically helping people, getting the knowledge from the IRS, firsthand. I don't got the IRS in my back pocket, but I can get to them a little easier than most people. So that is a pro. A con is basically making sure you stay compliant, because it can be hard for a tax preparer if they're not compliant with fines. And I know a few people who've been locked up. So, on your own tax business, you got to make sure you're compliant. Shout out to my mom for helping me stay compliant. She want to make sure her daughter don't go to jail.
Shout out the mom dudes out there making sure you got your ducks in a row. Know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Let's back up a little bit. I forgot to ask you this. What led to the name New Wave Tax Services? How'd you come up with that?
Well, after a few years, you're like, okay, I can't be just Kandace, the tax lady. Got to come up with some kind of name. And it actually took probably about a month. And me, my mom, my husband, and my sister were all just kind of trying to figure out what name would be good. And I tried to come up with some, and I was just like, I don't like them. I just need something to pop. And my mom she just came to me one day and she was like, my mom was very spiritual. And she was just like, God told me New Wave. And I was like, New Wave? So I start kind of looking up what the meanings of New Wave and different things like that. And I was just like, I think this is it. So we kind of went from New Wave and started trying to figure out other stuff. But I was always led back to, I like New Wave. Nothing topped that. And I was like, that's it. So my mom basically came up with the name of New Wave Tax Solutions.
All right. So what were some other names that was on the table instead of that wasn't New Wave?
Oh, man. Oh goodness. Oh Lord. We use my name, Kandace, and Washington Tax Services, and I don't know. I can't really remember, but I know we tried to use my name in a few of them, but it just wasn't working for me.
The New Wave was the one.
Yes. And now I just be catch the wave. Like I just be having so many things I can do with that name, and it just popped.
Like Guala said, get that new wave of returns. You can get that new wave of customers out here.
Yes, and then one of the things I like to do too is I like to go to the beach on the balcony and just watch the waves. So it just was, and it soothes me. Mm-hmm. So when it was like New Wave, and I was like, yes, that's it.
Yeah, I like the name personally. I like the flyer you got going around, all that. That's dope, for real.
Shout out to Zach.
Yes,
Alan.
Mm-hmm. They say y'all ready to get y'all taxes down by the best. That's Will.
Yes.
Yes. Oh yeah, we ready. So you got that LLC filed in South Carolina, right?
Yes, filed in South Carolina.
I'm gonna tell you right now, getting an LLC in South Carolina cheap compared to Texas, man. Because damn,
Texas, I can only imagine.
Texas, you gonna run you about $300.
Yeah, that's double what we pay here.
Triple, yeah, double, triple.
It's like I think it's like one something.
Yeah, like 110, but yeah, Texas, you paying $300 off the rip.
I want to see what people saying. They popping up one by one. Okay, I see it.
Yeah, I'm putting them on the screen as I see them, but then
gotcha.
Yeah, Texas running you about 300, man. So if you want to expand your business into Texas as a foreign entity from South Carolina, just know it's gonna run you about 300. Mm-hmm.
Lordy.
Yeah, but you gotta pay the cost to be the boss. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. You gotta pay the cost.
Yeah, you gotta make it happen one way or
Look
another.
at you talking about she about hung up on the lady in Texas.
Yeah, they don't play around. I was doing it online. I was like, damn, it's 300. My, I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. I'm just go ahead and do it. I wasn't talking to nobody. I was looking online. I had to damn check. I had to Google it just to make sure that was right.
That was right.
I was like, can't believe this. Yeah, it's right. It's 300. Like 308, I think, or something like that. All right, so it's we had the stimulus and all that. So let's get into the stimulus and all that right now. So
yay.
Some people didn't get their stimulus. So what advice would you have for them? That we start off with that.
So I would advise the IRS is basically saying they are still like, if you haven't gotten it yet, that don't mean you're not gonna get it. They're basically saying give them until the first week in February. So we're hoping and trusting that that's accurate, because they basically said that they mailed checks out on the 6th of January. People have not gotten any checks. So basically wait till the 1st of February. If you have not gotten your stimulus,
they must send that mail on horses. Ain't nobody got that yet. Got your paper checks yet?
And normally it only takes about 4 to 5 business days for you to get something from the IRS, if when they send it. So basically everybody just kind of hold your horses. The first week in February, you should be receiving those checks or deposits. However, if you do not get them, they have a credit that they have created, and you can basically file it on your taxes. So if you got you and one child, that's $600 a piece. That'll be $1,200 extra you'll get on your tax return if you do not get your stimulus. So I'm just telling people, don't bank on that money. Don't plan on it, because you may have to file it on your tax return. And I think that's why they create the credit, because they know people ain't gonna get their money. That's why they created the credit.
Yeah. People spending it in their head before they get it, and they ain't getting it like they thought they was. They gonna get it on the back end. They ain't getting it on the front end. They getting it on the back end.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. Even like direct deposit, I don't think everybody got theirs yet, because I know most people are have done direct deposit. I think there's even some people that didn't get the first one. Is that the same situation for those?
So you didn't get the first one. They did $1,200 for adults, $600 for children. So if 500 for children. I'm sorry, for the first one. So if you did not get it, you still can file that on your taxes as well. Also, I want to throw out there, if you had a baby in 2020, that baby qualifies for the stimulus, and we can add it on your taxes. Also, people don't know that, a lot of people may claim their mom or their aunt or somebody thinking it's really helping them, but really, sometimes it really don't help. Those adult dependents did not qualify for the stimulus checks. However, if they basically do not claim those adult dependents on their 2020, those adult dependents now qualify for the stimulus. So, in other words, adult dependents can qualify as long as they're not adult dependents for 2020, if they was adult dependents for 2019.
Okay, that's some new knowledge. You heard it here from the expert herself. Adult dependence.
Yes.
What about people claiming dependence that's really not their dependence? Is that
that's a whole nother podcast. We're gonna need a whole nother. Well, we on 78, then we can go on 79. People claiming other people children. My opinion when it comes to the stimulus is the stimulus was based off the pandemic. The IRS chose to use the tax return to send the money. So just because you found somebody's child, honestly, that money that's not your money. That's somebody. That's the who take care of the child. That's their money. So I just say, I know people be, filing other people's kids because they want to make sure they don't have to pay back. They get a little refund, whatever. That's their business. But I just say file your children because it's a lot when you basically the IRS finds out that's not your dependent, that's not your child, they didn't live with you. Then, you have to pay back or, suffer the consequences on doing that.
Consequences and repercussions.
Yeah.
Like they say online, there'll be consequences and repercussions.
Yes.
You messing with my comb.
They're really a long time ago, you can file other people's kids with no problem. The IRS has now, caught up with a lot of people, and they're basically auditing. If you ain't on that birth certificate for that child, then you can, your chances are very high getting audited.
Yeah, I think people gonna get audited that was doing the unemployment thing too. You got anything on that?
So I did get something that basically said that because of all the fraud that went on with the grants and the unemployment, that they're actually hiring a whole department, and they're going to increase the audits because the IRS, they only audited a small percent of the returns that came in. I actually didn't know that. I thought, at least they audited maybe, 30%, 40% of the tax returns. No, they audit a very small percent, probably like 2% of the returns that we file. But they are increasing that for 2020. They are increasing, and then I know they said that they were going to be focused on the people who got unemployment and the people who got those grants and different things like that. They'll be looking at that Social Security number and, basically making sure everything was legit.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Whew. Everybody ain't gonna get caught. I can tell you that.
A lot of hurt feelings. I hope it ain't no hurt anybody I know.
Right, I hope it ain't nobody I know either.
Hopefully nobody I know.
Everybody's not gonna get caught. I don't think everybody's gonna get caught, but some people they gon' some people they gonna
get. Yeah. Just
hey,
if
baby.
you out here, if you out here doing what you ain't need to be doing, you say, hey, who?
Bubba Raw, my husband.
Bubba Raw. Oh yeah, I see it. What's up, Bubba Raw? TFE. Somebody said, what's your rate? You want to put that out there, or you got to call for the rate?
Yeah, my rates are different depending on what you are filing. So I prefer, for you to hit me up, and that way I can give you a more accurate. Because I throw a number out there, somebody else may think that they're gonna get that same amount. So it all depends on what you're filing. So
it depends on how deep of a shit you in.
And that part too. How much work I got to put in for you?
Yeah, already.
But I can tell you though, my rates are good. Like I'm fair. Let's just say that I ain't ridiculous. I'm not like some of the larger companies. I don't charge what they charge. So yeah, hit me up.
Yep, and customers come back year after year, so that should tell you something right there already.
All yes, right, so New Wave is definitely growing.
All right, so it was a lot of small businesses growing, I think, in recent years. So do you have a lot of small business owners that consult you for tax services?
Yes, a lot. So basically, a lot of people think, oh, I'm doing this side hustle, I'm gonna do it under the table, or I don't know where to start. Your side business can help you a whole lot, especially when you work a regular job, and let's say you are trying to buy a house. You're having that side hustle income showing on your tax return, because that's the way they're going to prove it. Basically can help you as far as getting in the house when they checking like your debt, the debt that you have versus what your income is. your side hustle can basically help you there. Your side hustle can also help you on your taxes. Basically, just depending on your situation, it can help you on your tax return as well. But it can help you with purchases. It can help you with credit because you can file business credit. Now you got business credit. Whenever you're trying to use that business credit, you'll have the income to support it. Let's say you want to get a car, but you might not have good credit to maybe get that car. Well, guess what? You can move on over and see what business credit like, and you basically put that car in your business name. Because if you're self-employed, you basically using your car
Company
for
car.
different things. So your business can really, really help you. But a lot of that information, I just say, get with me on, because some stuff I don't want to put out, kind of put out there. But it's a lot with your business. It can really, really benefit you by having that business, because you got your personal, you got your business. You choose which way is best for you. You got other options, basically, when you got that business.
Right,
So I have a lot of people that hit me up, and I'm working with an accountant. She's gonna be helping me as far as with some small businesses. They need like bookkeeping throughout the year. I haven't gotten that far yet, but she's gonna be teaching me. But until I learn a lot of like the bookkeeping and some other things that small businesses need when you're growing, she's gonna be basically teaching me with like the next step on the outside the tax part of it, like bookkeeping throughout the year and different things like that for your clients.
Okay, that's dope right there. So you feel like it's better for them when they have a business bank account in regard,
Definitely.
and opposed
Definitely.
to them paying for business expenses out of their personal account?
Definitely. Yes. That business account is everything.
All
Yes.
right. All right. Another question I got. So if they using business expenses out of their personal account, can they still get like okay.
Yeah. Yep. You can still count expenses out your personal account as well for your business. Because a lot of people don't have LLCs, but guess what? You can still file that business. So you don't have that LLC, you're not registered with the state, then 9 times out of 10, they're not going. A lot of banks won't let you open up an account without it. So you can still file your side hustle without having it registered with the state. And in that case, you'll need to prove your expenses and different things like that out of your personal account. So yeah, you sure can.
Okay, good to know. I know somebody had that question
Thank
out there,
y'all.
including me. Yeah, you're getting a lot of love in the comments. They loving you out here. You got a support system
Yes.
out of
Thank
this world.
y'all.
Hmm. A lot of people. I see. Will is in the comments asking you what made you start the business. I know you went over that kind of at the beginning. Would you like to go over
Yeah.
it again for people that came in a little
Yep.
later?
Yep, I sure can. So basically, I had to find another revenue and income. Us as women, we depend a lot on, like, if you're married, you depend a lot on, your spouse, if you, especially when you're going into it with two incomes and, everything's just flowing and something major happens. And sometimes if you don't have a plan already set up, you got to figure it out. So my husband basically was diagnosed with cancer and he couldn't work. And at that time, basically we was running off for what I was doing. So I said, we got to figure it out. We got to figure out something. So I was on a status on Facebook. I was telling, everybody earlier. And I had some knowledge about taxes because I was doing my own. And by doing my own, I was out researching and just trying to make sure I was doing my own the correct way and making sure I get myself, the maximum amount of money. And because I was a little knowledgeable with it, there was a status and they were asking questions and I was able to answer a lot of the questions. So people kept saying, hey, can you help me? So it started out as a free thing where I was just helping people. And then I turned my help into saying, hey, give me, $25, give me $50. And then it just went from there.
Okay.
So that's kind of how it started.
All right. For everybody that came in late, there's your answer right there. So what advice would you give to people that haven't filed in a few years, even including like business owners, people that had LLCs, but they didn't do nothing with the LLCs for a few years? What advice do you have for them regarding filing their taxes?
So basically, I would say file, because if you don't especially if you work a W-2 job, you need to file, because eventually the IRS will catch up with you. And a lot of things that people don't know is when you don't file and the IRS catch up with you, it's a possibility you may not have time to file all those years. And that's what they're going to do, file them for you. And they won't give you any deductions, any credits. They just going to basically file them for you. And you're going to just owe them, whatever you owe without any kind of deductions or credits that you would have qualified for had you had someone prepare those taxes for you. So you'll come off better getting them filed, getting those deductions and credits. Even if you owe $1,000 or $2,000, you can set up a payment plan or just basically try to figure it out. Because if you wait, you're basically hindering yourself from basically getting the deductions and credits and different things like that. And I have so many customers that come to me that have so many years that they need to file, and I get them right. So if you need to file those past taxes, please come see me and let me get you right.
Yeah, she'll work that magic. Would that be the same for the business owners too? Like, say there's an LLC, they just created the LLC, they didn't do nothing with the LLC, anything like that. Do they still need to file those years, or?
No, not if they filed their regular taxes, but just didn't file the LLC. They're fine. You're fine. But if you didn't file your regular taxes and you had an LLC, then yeah, definitely you can include that with the tax, with your taxes that you didn't file. But really, there will be no need to go back if you did, because necessarily you don't have to. If you didn't make any money from that LLC, you can still file it if you want to just prove that the business is still up and running. But you can always just say, hey, I did away with the business for that year, or whatever. You don't have to file it.
All right. And if the business had expenses, they didn't make any revenue, but they had expenses, then would they get any credits or anything of that such? Or
it can definitely help you. It all depends on the person, because every situation is different. But if you had, like, for me, when I first started out, how I did mine was, because I started out when I went legit. I started out, I think I went legit in November. So basically what I did was I claimed all the expenses. I didn't make any money, so I claimed all the expenses that I had from getting my LLC, getting the furniture for my office, and different things like that. So I didn't have any income from that year, but basically from purchasing all those things, those were expenses. So it's basically a business loss. You have a business loss and a business profit. So you can claim a business loss.
all right. Everybody listen out there, you spent all that money in your business, you pay for the LLC, you pay for these platforms and everything like that, these subscriptions, everything like that. Make sure you there's a loss out here. You heard it from the expert herself.
Yes, and the loss can definitely help you on your taxes. It can definitely help, depending on situation.
Okay. All right. It's on a situational basis, I should say.
Right.
All right. So, what qualities are important to retain and grow your customer base?
Basically, your personality. You got to have an awesome personality, great customer service. You got to be able to just grow your business. And just basically know how to handle each customer. You got to make sure you put your all into each customer so that they'll return, and not just basically brushing people off, or being this way with one customer and not the same with another customer. And I just think basically, you got to be reliable too. Basically being able to respond to your people when they have questions for you, when they email you, different things like that. But your personality and your professionalism will basically get you a long way. Sometimes people may not like your price. Sometimes people may, they have other options. But, if you're very professional, you're reliable, and just a friendly person, sometimes that can win over, anybody. So.
All right, I got you.
Thanks,
So
man.
you got
Uh-oh.
with the personality. You know what you're doing out here.
I think
You
you're
can hear
breaking
me?
up a little bit.
I broke up a little bit.
Okay, I can hear
All
you now.
right, it's all good. All right, hopefully it just was on your end, and I fix it if it was on my end. We can get
Okay,
that straight. But
okay.
yeah, I was just saying, basically, you got good customer service. You know what you're doing. Your work speaks for itself, and the customers, the customers giving you great reviews out here and everything. All
I
right,
appreciate it.
so what are some of the tax myths that you have found to be untrue out here?
When people say if you feel like you're gonna owe, don't file. That's that's the top one. People will be like, man, I know I'm an old man. I ain't want to file. I ain't want to pay. Don't do that, y'all. Don't do that because I mean, like to purchase a home, you got to have those tax returns. I have so many clients that come to me and say, "Hey, I went to purchase a house and my credit was real good, but they say I got to get these taxes done." It's a lot of things that you could qualify for or get help for, and they request that you be up to date with your taxes. So don't say, "Oh, I ain't gonna file." So I guess that would be kind of the top one. Filing isn't an option. Yes, it is. It's an option. Please file. And I think that's really it. Oh, and people think too. Oh, I got kids. I'm gonna get all this money. Not everybody. I mean, it kind of depends on your situation. Just because you got kids, don't mean you're gonna walk away with $8,000. If you ain't made but $2,000, you cannot expect an $8,000 refund.
Well, maybe if they got 8 kids, they might get that. So maybe it's a cutoff after a certain amount of kids for the
Yes.
child tax
So
credit.
3 kids. After 3 kids, I mean, if you made a whole lot of money, it's best to have as many dependents as possible. If you made a whole lot of money, but naturally, the average income person, 3 kids. Don't file no more than 3 kids because it's just basically a waste. The average person. I think the average. I guess maybe the average that I would see maybe 40K, 50K is the average kind of I see a lot of people, if you're under that, file 3 kids. When you start getting to, maybe 100K, over, then yeah, you can probably file more dependents to help you out. But a lot of people, stop at 3 because you don't really see a big difference.
All right. So we had one question. What type of breaks do full-time students get? If you
Yeah.
can.
So if you're a full-time student, in college, let's say that college, um, and you basically get loans to support your expenses, school expenses, you will get a what we call a 1098T form. And a lot of people don't even know this. I have people who I'll do their taxes, and maybe the next year they'll be like, I got this form in the mail. And I'm like, yeah, you was in school. So now I'm up to date where I have like a questionnaire that I try to have my people fill out so that I can know more about them. But when I was first starting out, I would just say, hey, bring me what you have, whatever documents you received in the mail. Well, anyway, this girl, she was like, I was going to school last year. And I was like, and you didn't get that 1098T? She said, I don't think I did. Well, you would get that a credit for school with your 1098T. But anyway, I had to end up going back and amending her taxes. That's basically redoing them and adding the school. But yes, if you are a full-time college student, there is a credit, and the credit is, pretty good. So definitely make sure that you wait on your 1098T. A lot of schools don't get them till the end of January, pushing the first week in February. But it's a question I think that you're gonna ask me. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. So there's another one that came up. the pandemic, people been working from home and all type of shit like that. So they had to use their home internet, had to use their cell phones in certain situations. Do you think that, or have you heard that there's going to be like a tax credit for those type of situations or anything like that? Or they just going to take that?
Only kind of pandemic credit for working individuals that's out there is self-employed. If you have any kind of self-employment from last year and you had to be out because of the pandemic, I had to close your business because of the pandemic. Your kids were out of school, so you wasn't able to, work, or you caught coronavirus or had to take care of somebody with coronavirus. The self-employed individuals actually can receive a credit up to $5,000 on his tax return. But as far as working individuals having to work from home, no. They don't have anything out there for that.
It's messed up. I know people using their internets and using their hotspots, using up all their data, and they can't get nothing in return from that. They need a bonus from their job or something from that.
Okay. Now that part. Because a lot of jobs got grants from the government, a lot of the big companies, because of the pandemic. So the jobs should have been given bonuses and different things like that from, because of the pandemic. But some jobs didn't.
All right. So anybody else got any questions in the audience or anything that they want to ask Miss Kandace Washington? Feel free to drop it in the comments. We'll put it on the screen, see what we can answer, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I do got something I want to say really quick too. Okay. About when I was talking about getting that 1098-T, a lot of things that you don't know, sometimes people don't know that they should file. You would get a lot of your documents at the end of January, beginning of February. A lot of people be in a rush to file. Do not be in a rush to file your taxes, because you want to make sure you got all of your documents so that you don't leave anything behind, and basically you hold up your chances of getting your refund on time. There's a lot of different things as far as if you have marketplace insurance, if you pull 401k, unemployment. A lot of people got unemployment in 2020 because of the pandemic. And a lot of people already try to come to me and say, hey, can you do my taxes? Because they ready, basically think that they got their W-2 and they're ready. And I'll ask them, hey, well, did you get unemployment last year? Because I know half of America got unemployment last year. And then they say, yeah, they don't know that there's a form that unemployment is going to be sending them to claim that money that they got. That has to be filed on your tax return. So take your time with filing your taxes. Don't be in a rush. I can do somebody's taxes today versus I can do somebody's taxes February 5th. That person February 5th could possibly get their money before the person that I filed today on January 21st. So don't be in a rush. It's not going to make you get your refund any faster, because the IRS did not open up this year until February the 12th. So any tax return filed before February 12th is sitting in limbo until February the 12th. So don't be in a rush. Make sure you got all your stuff so that way you don't have any issues.
All right. And did the IRS put out any dates that they can expect these tax filers to get their refunds or anything like that? Or is it 21 days? Or?
Well, how they did it this year is February 12th, they'll start accepting them. If you do not qualify for what we call earned income credit or the child tax credit, basically a lot of people that file children will qualify for the credit. Then you can start basically getting your refund, within 7 days. There won't be a hold. If you file children and you get that credit, then they're basically saying dates will be released by starting the 22nd of February. So basically waiting 20 days, the 22nd, and then they say expect refunds the beginning of March. So they'll start putting out days, maybe like the 23rd, or within that week. And then they said expect refunds the beginning of March. So a little bit more time than we're used to. But I think a lot of that has to do with the stimulus, them making sure that they get these stimuluses out first, because they don't want to send these stimulus checks and people are already filing taxes that ain't got them and putting that credit on there, and then the checks are still coming as well.
You know it's
So
still gonna
basically, you're
happen.
getting double.
Yeah,
I
people
don't
they
know how
gonna
they're
catch
gonna work.
that though. They gonna end up returning it because they end up
Yeah,
getting the
yeah,
check.
or they'll get you later. One or the other. They haven't put out exactly how that's gonna work, but it's gonna be one way or the other. So basically, I'm telling people if you did not get that second stimulus yet, do not file your taxes yet.
Facts. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, it's right there. Okay, yeah. The tax filing deadline. I know it's usually April 15th. Did they extend it to July 15th like they did for 2020? Did they do that for
For
2021?
right now, it's April 15th.
All right, for right now it's April 15th. All right, that's another good question I had thought of on the
Yep.
fly. Yeah, you
Yeah,
were on
last
it.
year they sent that thing to July, and because the stimulus was based off tax returns, I worked all last year. Yeah. Because people was like, I need that stimulus. I need to go ahead and file these
So
back
I know you're looking
returns.
forward to that.
Oh yeah. It was good. Last year was good
I
for
know you're
me.
looking forward to that extension again. All
I hope
right.
they do another extension.
And yeah, I hope they do it too. If it's beneficial to you, I'm definitely hoping they do that. Yeah, so you can be booming for more of the
And I
year,
hope we
even
get
more of
another
the year.
stimulus. I hope we get another stimulus. So yeah. The
I
first
think it's
stimulus
going.
went off 2018 and 2019 taxes. The second stimulus went off 2019 only. So I had a
Mm-hmm.
few people that they filed in 18, so they got the first stimulus. But because they didn't file their 19 taxes, they didn't get the second stimulus. So now they're trying to file that 19. So hey, keep sending those stimuluses so people can stay up to date with their taxes. I'm fine with it.
Facts. So the one this year probably be just 2019 alone as well, because it'd be too early for them to
Right.
base it off of
Yep.
2020.
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
All right. I don't see no questions no questions from the field out here. So
So that
I'm gonna
must
go
mean
ahead and
I'm
get a
answering
question
them
of the
questions
day.
good.
Question of, yeah, you answering their question as they watching, so they'll have no questions. So I'm gonna move up to the question of the day. Usually my co-host, Mr. GualaMeetsWorld, covers that question of the day, but he's not with us today.
Yeah.
But he's with us in the
Yeah.
comment. So if you got a question today, go ahead and drop it in the comments, Mr. GualaMeetsWorld. If you're still here, we'll wait a little second for you to see if you got that.
Let me take a little sip while we wait.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hydrate on this water right here while I wait and see if he got a question today.
We may talk about stem. Oh goodness.
All right, so I don't see nothing coming, so I'm gonna go ahead and come up with on the fly.
All right.
All right, so if you could build your dream house, how would you build it?
What do you mean, like how many rooms or
Like you can just go all the way into detail, like whatever you want. Any type of
my
like
dream house? I want a big tub. Like I just want a large tub with the jacuzzi. I don't want no stairs. I just want a big 1-story house. I ain't want no stairs. A
man.
theater room. I want a theater room because I love to watch TV. Me and my husband, we love movies. So that would be like big. A little theater room. Pool. Definitely want a pool. Kids growing up. So I mean, like, the more rooms you have, the more people be trying to come stay. So just
Yeah,
give me
gotta move a
just
little further away so they can't just pull up on you.
that part. Nice kitchen, big kitchen. I want a nice big kitchen. I love to have like Thanksgiving, Christmas, stuff like that at the house. So I would
Mhm.
want a nice kitchen where I can have like enough space for like everybody to come and, the nice den area. I don't know if you would call it a den in a big house, but for everybody to be in. So those parts I would want to be, big. But the rooms, like I don't need people trying to be staying the night like that.
For sure. So I saw a
Yeah.
house on Zillow. I saw a house on Zillow the other day. I just sent the link to you. That would be if I could build one like that. That's how I would build it for real, for real.
Yes. And I want some land, 4-wheelers. Want to be able to ride 4-wheelers and different stuff like that. Have fun outside. So yeah.
Yeah, when you get off the episode, look at that house right there. You're gonna be like, what?
Okay. Right. Okay. I'm gonna look at it. But yeah,
shout out to Yard Space.
That would be my dream.
He owned it. Yeah.
Yes,
I like to have some
yard
acreage.
Space.
Yeah, I like
just gotta get somebody to cut the grass.
Yeah, if it's enough y'all out there, somebody else definitely cutting that grass.
Right.
Yeah, you be out there all day cutting that.
Exactly. But yeah, about 5 rooms. I'll take about 5 rooms. I don't need no 7 and 10. No, we ain't having no slumber parties.
All right, that's my question of the day for you. All right, so next we get into I forgot to ask you, what's your favorite episode of 1409 besides the one you own right now?
So y'all had a guest that is close related to me. So of course, and I was basically, tuned in and active on that because I knew the guest. So I'm gonna have to go with when my sister Patricia was on with 88 Boutique. That was my favorite episode.
88 for life.
That's my sister, so that gotta be my favorite.
88 for life. Hey.
If I would have chose another episode, she would have been like, So yeah, but that was my favorite anyway.
I got you. I feel you. Yeah, that was a good one for sure. We was lit on that one.
Yes. Definitely.
She said, she called you by the whole name, Trika.
Y'all shop with 88 Boutique, 80 spelled out, the number 8, boutique.com. Support my sis.
Oh yeah, we need no sponsorship. We need the New Wave Tax Service sponsorship and that 88 Boutique sponsorship. I got them put the flyer on the screen mid-episode. You know what I'm saying? We can work that out. We'll talk business later on that.
I got you.
Yeah. All right, so next we get into that this or that.
All right, this or that.
You already know how that goes. So I'd be like Pepsi or Coke.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's my first one for you, Pepsi.
Oh, I thought you was giving an example. Pepsi or Coke? I'll take Pepsi. Like a good old Pepsi.
All right, I don't drink soda, so I go with neither.
Look, I need to start drinking soda. Oh God,
soda at all? Like no soda.
That's good. That's good.
I might hit a ginger ale every now and then, but I don't consider that soda. The old people consider that a remedy for everything.
Right? Drink you a ginger ale.
Yeah. That ain't true. But yeah, that's about as far as I can ginger ale.
Okay.
Let me see what else I got for you for the this or that. Okay. I know you used to make some good spaghetti. So spaghetti or lasagna.
Okay, if I'm cooking it, I prefer to cook spaghetti. But if I'm eating it, I prefer lasagna. I mean, if I'm, at somebody else's house and they making it, they ask me what I want, I'm gonna say lasagna first.
All right, you be making that baked spaghetti. That's
yes. That's one of my favorite, like one of my dishes that people like the most. Make some spaghetti.
Yeah, I done gave up some of the meats, but I could still eat spaghetti. Like if it got like ground turkey or turkey sausage, I do it like that now.
Okay, yeah. I done made it like that before because my brother don't eat pork or beef, so I didn't have to do the turkey.
On that same way. That's the new wave right there. That's the real new wave. All right, if you got this and that in the comments,
he 5%. He don't eat pork. They say that 5%. And then he added beef with that, so he don't do beef either.
Oh, he with the nation of gods and earths. Okay, I got you. Shout out to him.
But he believe in Jesus though. He Muslim. He does believe in Jesus.
Hey, if y'all got any this or that's in the comments, go ahead and drop them. We'll participate in y'all's as well. But You got any
It's
for us,
a,
Candace? You got this or that for us?
um,
Snickers or Twix?
okay, let's see. Huh.
Snickers or Twix?
This is a good one. Um, would you prefer Mercedes or BMW?
Damn. You had to do that one? Okay. Damn. Like it's certain Mercedes I like more than BMWs, and it's certain BMWs I like more than Mercedes. Like I like the Mercedes SUV, the GL, like the
Uh-huh.
GL63 or GLE. I like them. But then
Okay.
I like the X6 Beamer too. Well, I'm gonna go with Beamer because my pops he had Beamers when I was little. He been having
Right.
Beamers, so I'm going with BMW. Yeah,
Go Beamer. All right, all
yeah,
right.
I'm gonna go with that because what I experienced growing up.
Oh, I got one for you.
All right.
So since you done lived on the East Coast and now you're on the West Coast, which one you like best, East or West?
Well, this ain't technically the West Coast. This like really third
It's
coast. I
not.
call this a third coast.
Okay, well,
No,
East
West
Coast or
Coast.
third coast?
I'm gonna go with the East Coast because there's like certain seafoods out here I can't get. Sometimes I want me a croaker sandwich from Northside Seafood or something. I can't get that over here. All they got is like catfish and
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the East Coast
Okay.
because off of the seafood. Yeah, because I
Okay.
don't want no crawfish, I don't want no catfish, I don't want none of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I know you're gonna stick with the East Coast because that's where you at, right?
Look, I don't know that about over there.
Yeah, it's decent over here though. Still, Texas still decent, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I
All
have to
right.
pick the East Coast because of that. I want me some croco, some spots sometime.
Right. So when you come visit, you can get you some crocus and spots when you be
every,
home.
every time, I swear, every time. Or some burner every time, like I swear. Grits or pancakes? Shall I say grits or pancakes?
Ooh, I'm gonna go with grits. I like me some cheese grits.
I'm gonna go with pancakes. You saying
Okay.
since you saying that, I'm grits or hash browns.
Ooh, now that's hard.
I know that's hard.
Ooh.
Because grits and pancake, that's like two different. So I could easily choose that.
Grits and hash brown. Oh my
I,
goodness.
I got to go with the hash browns.
I can't choose. When I go to Waffle House, I get grits and hash browns.
I get
I
hash
can't,
browns unless
and then I'll give them. I'm not really a bread person, so I even give my waffle away. I mean, I'll eat it a little corner of it, but I don't gotta have like the pancakes and the. I ain't no big fan of that kind of stuff.
yeah, I gotta go with the hash brown. You getting the grits and the hash brown? Sometimes I get like the hash brown scramble bowl with the chicken in it when I go to Waffle House, and I add eggs in there, and then I put the A1 sauce on it. It should be good.
Yes.
I'm telling you, and I get a waffle. But yeah, that's about
Okay.
all this or that I got right there. So you got anything else? You got any closing comments or words for any all the viewers out there?
Catch the wave. If you're not doing your own taxes, you feel like you might not be doing it right. You feel like you can't get yourself the refund that you deserve, or you're not satisfied with your tax preparer. You know, come catch the wave. Come to New Wave. You can go to my website, www.newwavetaxsolutions.com. My telephone number is 843-400-2555. You can always inbox me on my personal page, Kandace A. Washington, MBA, or you can inbox me on my Facebook business page, which is New Wave Tax Solutions, LLC. So y'all just come catch the wave. I got vibes over here. I make sure I get you the max. I educate you. You know, I just basically got you. I love what I do. So I just make sure every customer leaves satisfied so that you can go tell your auntie, your mama, your cousin, your brother, you know, just tell everybody about me. That's how my business gonna grow. If I don't treat you right, then you're not gonna tell nobody else about me. And I want you to tell people about me. So I just make sure I do what I'm supposed to do.
For sure, for sure.
Yes.
And that's on babies.
Yes. That's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. That's how they say it.
Yeah. That's
One of them.
Yep, that's exactly how it's said. All right, so you can find the podcast. We on Nobody Grinds Like Us Network, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, 1409 Podcast, everything 1409 Podcast. We also just got added to a new platform. We on a new platform out of Houston, Texas called Always Press Record TV. So make sure y'all download that app on your Fire Stick and your Roku TV. We'll be on there starting January 22nd, which is in a few hours. You know what I'm saying? So you can.
And I'm sorry. I want to say too. I'm so proud of you.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I've been knowing you for a long time, since like 2009.
Right. It's too long.
You knew me when I didn't have no car. Yeah, you knew me when I didn't have no car.
Right. I was taking you to the stove.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. For sure. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we appreciate you coming through.
No problem. I was honored when you asked. I was honored.
All right. Yeah, I didn't forget about you. All right. It's the 1409 Podcast, and we out.
Bye, y'all.